Should we count with it? Just kidding. They can hear
Four,
us right now too.
three,
Two,
two,
one.
one.
What's up, children? I'm Randall,
I'm
and
Andrew.
this is Andrew over here. Um, this is a show called ContentEng.ai podcast. It's number 2, so thanks for showing up with us. Andrew, how you doing, man?
Yeah, doing good. It's Friday. Watching my sister's dog this weekend. We love Miley.
Nice.
How about yourself? How are you doing, Randall?
Baseball's back. So it was the All-Star break this week, and my wife and I are. Well, my wife's really the Red Sox fan, and I'm like associated as a Red Sox fan, which I like. So yeah, I'm fully kitted out today. This is last year's All-Star hat because I'm nerdy. So if you haven't seen the show before, which is probably everyone, we are talking about context engineering stuff, which is both helping program LLMs, but also vibe coding, but like vibe coding production apps. So we'll talk about a bunch of things today. We usually start out with news, and then we go to something that is like a discussion. So this week, like the big news, Andrew, like I didn't even use this Grok anime thing, but it was like hilarious. I don't know. Are you
Yeah.
like? Did you try it out?
No, I don't have Twitter.
Oh, you
Like
should
I've
get a
heard about
Twitter.
it. Yeah, you've been telling me that. I probably
I
should.
know.
I think I've had Twitter at like various points in my life, but then I try logging in, and then it's like, hey, you get locked out if you don't log in frequently
Oh my
enough.
gosh, they have the most aggressive bot stuff. But let's talk about this actual thing. So it was a Unity plugin that runs on your phone, and it basically used the Grok voice mode. And so I saw a bunch of videos where people were like asking it HVAC questions, and they were like, like this like anime girl was like explaining HVAC. Apparently, it like melted Twitter servers when Japan woke up. So that was pretty fun. Nikita Beer, who follows me on Twitter, I might add. Just kidding. I mean, he really does, but uh, he's now chief product officer at Twitter, and so I think you're going to see a lot more kind of quirky stuff with Grok. Andrew, you used Grok this week. Grok 4, was that last week? I don't know. It was very recently. It might have been this week.
Yeah, I
I
think it
don't
was
even know.
last week.
Yeah. So you did some like baby benchmarks. I don't know if you want to like talk about that really quick.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just
So
shared your screen. Sorry, I should have
you're
waited for
fine.
you to
I
tell
was
me.
trying to understand what the tech stack was. Grok 4,
Oh,
like tech stack, AI, anime
it's Unity.
thing.
So there's like a Unity bot that like it's like a
Yeah.
Unity asset that like talk, and then they just did like a text to speech thing. So um,
We looked into this thing called Inochi, which is like an open source version of this live 2D thing.
uh,
Um, and so I didn't know if they were doing something like that. But yeah, Unity makes sense.
yeah,
There's also Hallway, Hallway AI. These people are cool. Um, like, cause yeah,
that
it's gonna be a
that
thing.
all that crap. It just freaks me out. Like I just don't even. I don't know. It's too weird for me.
Yeah,
Um,
I think get the Gen Alpha is gonna love it. Okay, but we were
yeah.
talking about the benchmark. So,
Yes. Oops. Sorry.
I
Let me go back.
basically prompted. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So I basically prompted 4 models where I basically took my Climb setup, and I bet it's still enabled. Like I basically have the Blender MCP enabled, which I don't really need it right now, which basically connects uh, Climb, so your agentic coding environment, to Blender. So Blender being the 3D modeling program, and we can probably
Yeah.
open it right now. And I bet it's going to tell me castle. So we can just open up the Cloudflare Sonnet castle.
Sweet.
Okay. So basically,
So like,
I gave it the prompt, hey, make me a castle. Make me a castle.
what's that thing in the middle? Is
I
that
think
like?
that was supposed to be the tower.
Oh, got it. So this is Opus.
So this was Sonnet.
Oh, this was Sonnet. Okay.
So this was Sonnet when again, all I did was say, hey, make me a castle. It tries to give it a little flag. It has the whole crenellations. It looks like it's got a little door.
That's a word I've never even heard before. Good job. Crenellation.
Not to brag, in seventh grade, I took the Western High School in Kokomo, Indiana. Like, you can opt in to take this really intense medieval history class.
Love it.
Yeah. So this was
Wow.
Sonnet. Like, it has weird hovering parts, which aren't great. Because I was just trying to see, because this is kind of one of those things that I like. This is a pet project. Like, I have a 3D printer. I love 3D printing things. I'm not the best at CAD. I really don't want to have to go learn CAD. I would
Yeah.
much rather just be able to. This is like the kind of thing that this is an unlock for me. Like, can I just yell at a computer to go build me something, and then I can go print it out, and then like now I have a widget. So this
Yeah.
seemed like a reasonably complex benchmark that I could like just test out in the Blender MCP, because when I tested it with Claude 3.7, it didn't work very well.
Yeah. So Sonnet or Simon Willison had a like draw me an SVG of a pelican riding a bicycle.
Hmm.
And this is your version of that for Blender, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So I think this could be like a good benchmark to see how well like these LLMs can perform on spatial reasoning tasks and
Yeah.
work in Blender. If there
Yeah.
was like an API or like a harness for OpenSCAD, I would probably prefer that, but that's whatever. Like, because
That's
that's
fine.
kind of better for like primitives and stuff like this. But
Yeah. Let's see the
anyways,
other ones. What's the
so
next
yeah,
one?
this was file open recent. So this was Sonnet. And so the next one I tried was Grok 4. And really, I think this one's
Whoa.
pretty good. Yeah. I think
Did you
Grok
have,
4,
so what was the do you have the actual prompt you used?
yep. Like all of the prompts we can share on the blog, on the Substack, but I gave
Yeah,
them all
yeah.
the exact same prompt, which is just, hey, make me a castle. And all of the models were smart enough to realize, oh, he probably wants me to use this Blender MCP thing.
That's
So
cool.
really the only problem in this one is the weird floating crenellation. So that's what you call the little like
Now I know
things
what
that
they're
stick
now I
up.
know what you're talking about. Thank you for
Yeah.
mentioning that they were floating
Um, and
crenellations.
unlike,
There's no door. There's no way to get into the castle.
so there's no way to get into the castle. I don't even know if one exists. So if we delete this, I don't know how to. See, that's
If
the
it's like
thing. I don't know how to
a
delete.
hidden face.
I don't know how
So my
to.
co-founder
Yeah.
Justin, is like an expert 3D. He's an award-winning 3D modeler. So
Yeah.
we'll have him comment next time.
Yeah, he can give some feedback. So I thought Grok 4 did a great job at this. And I don't know what that says about the world. I just thought Grok 4 did a really good job at making me a castle.
I think it's
Um,
cool looking. It's not it's like a non-functional castle. Like you could 3D print that if they weren't floating. If the crenellations, I'm gonna remember that for
Forever.
use in the future.
And honestly, like I could have been more specific about what I wanted. Who knows? Like
Yeah, yeah,
the reasoning models all tried to use these like features where it was just trying to import a castle, and then like that one, it didn't work. Two, like I just told it to stop trying to do that if it was
yeah.
trying to
That's
like go that
cheating.
direction. Because that, well,
Yeah,
no, like I don't know. Is it cheating if I give you the tool? I don't know. I feel
I mean,
like
it's a weird. It's like a I don't know, getting around the system, which I guess is fine. But
if your snake has like in CS 101, I just remember it was like a basic data modeling exercise, and we had to model animals, and you could do it in several different ways. I just remember a professor. I didn't really like the professor, but I just remember him saying, if it's possible for your snake to have legs, it sounds like you have a problem. And so in the same way with like MCP tool calls, it's like if I'm giving you the tool and you try to call it, well, whose
yeah,
fault is that?
fine, fine. Yeah, it's fair.
um, okay, so let's
So
go
what's the other
to
ones? Yeah.
Opus. Where's Opus? So, don't save. So this tried to get
Whoa.
crazy with the lighting. So let's see
Yeah.
if we can like turn off the
You can
lighting.
click it. Oh, yeah. Like that point, I think, is the lighting. But
Oh, I see. You can click the lighting point and then we can just
yeah, try just
delete it.
deleting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like not even. Yeah, this is. I mean, it made grass. That's kind of cool.
So the thing about this is this was so it did color it, which was nice. The lighting was way too harsh, so it tried to do something that it wasn't very good at, but it didn't know that because it can't really see. So this also like this has a lot of detail on the inside if we delete this that
Oh,
you couldn't
cool.
see. Yeah, because it tried to do the door,
Yeah. It has a
crenellations.
door. Yeah.
It does have it has a door. So if you like again, if you delete some of the stuff, this could potentially be better.
I think that's better. I personally think that Opus won that. out of Grok and
But we
Opus.
had to delete
I,
stuff. I don't know if we're just trying to
absolutely.
one shot.
Yeah. No, for one shotting Grok probably wins, but I think that like having the door and
Yes.
stuff is pretty cool.
And the crenellations aren't floating.
Yeah.
Um,
I love that
so
word, man. That is going to be my word of the day. I'm so
it's the word of
excited.
the day. Okay, so then we have our Is Pepsi Okay entry, which was '04 Mini.
Oh, that's pretty good. Good job, little guy.
Yeah.
You made a box and some. What are
Do
those
they have anything
called?
on the inside?
What are the towers called?
Spires, probably.
No, but there's like a name that's like because Spire's the top, I think, and then there's like a name for like the thing.
Do you still pay for ChatGPT? I do.
Yeah,
I like their
I
desktop
do.
app.
I like their
Keep,
desktop app too.
Tower, Gatehouse, Turret.
Turret is the word I was thinking of. That was the word I was thinking of.
Okay.
Anyway,
So yeah, it's
all right,
just
cool.
so that was a benchmark, and
That
I
was
was
your Grok 4 benchmark. I like
yeah,
it.
that's my Grok 4 benchmark. And like I didn't try it with Kimmy 2. I spent a lot of time with Kimmy 2 this week.
Wait, let's talk about
Um,
Kimmy 2. What's the deal? I literally just saw people talking about this, and I have no idea.
okay, so I'm gonna so to me, let's just go. I'm just gonna. So we have some ambiance because they can see my screen. So can they see my
I'm
face?
switching between you and the screen.
All right,
So
I'm gonna
we're now
stop.
on
I'm
you.
gonna keep sharing my screen, but I'm gonna go back to
Yes.
so I can because I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kimmy 2 is open source. Well, open weight. You don't want to upset Hacker News.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Hacker
you can't
News.
call it open source because it's open weight. Like we don't have the training data.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know. I don't. Hacker News is such a salty community, but I also love it. Um, so some company called Moonshot AI, I think. It seems like it's pretty decent at coding from my testing. And why is that important? Well, I think like I kind of saw a little glimpse of the future this week.
Say
So
more.
coding agents aren't slow, but they're not Sonic the Hedgehog. You know,
Okay.
like they work, they're good, they do stuff. A lot of people are trying to parallelize. I still don't think that's the right approach. But Kimmy 2, here, let me share my screen again. Um,
Well, I was gonna do some B-roll action. Kimmy 2. Are you ready for this B-roll? Whoops,
yeah.
that's yours. This is
Oh,
mine. Oh, remove. Add. Oh, I did it. Hooray.
so I wanted to go to Grok. Do you have a Grok account? Like not
I
GROK, but GROQ.
Oh, no. I do not have a
All
Grok
right, I'm already
Q
logged in, so
account.
share my screen again. I don't know if
All
I have the
right.
ability to do that.
It's okay. I
Um,
got you.
okay, so Kimmy 2, try it in Playground. Like, describe how you.
Can you make your screen bigger a little bit?
No, it's full screen. I'm on
No, I
a.
mean like you're like Command Plus. Command Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that good?
There you go.
Would design a castle in Blender. So Kimmy 2, when you run it on Grok, GROQ,
Yeah.
it's very fast. So this is like 3 times as fast as Quad 4 Sonnet. So,
And do they have like a reason why it's so fast?
well, that's just Grok's whole thing. Kimmy 2 is not inherently faster than anything, but you have, because it's an open source model, you have a company like Grok can take it and they can host it and then they can let you run it as
Like
fast as you want.
parallelize or whatever. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know how they're making the inference so fast, but like they just have like a GPU cloud standing by such that it can be fast inference.
Cool.
Um, so that is interesting. Like, I think that is interesting because I'm like, my whole research project has been okay, rule files don't really work super well for coding agents, I
Oh,
feel.
they're terrible.
How do you actually get like how do we make something like how do we kind of abstract away from needing a smart model and we can just use a model and then any model can basically run with something and then produce high quality production ready code. So if I can solve that problem, which I'm reasonably sure I could get pretty close to, at least for like my use cases, my like limited use cases, then the question is, okay, well, now the only limit is throughput.
Yeah.
So then if you can get a really fast model, like let's go back to um, later in the day, we're going to be doing some stuff with this Rails app. So let's just start doing the planning session. So we
Let's
can
just do it right
go
now. Let's just skip
to
the rest of the news. Let's just go with this. This is fun.
okay. So if we're jumping straight into this, I'll use Kimmy 2 later in the process to kind of show you what's going on. So today is Infrastructure Day. So I'm here to talk about Hetzner. So Hetzner is the cloud that a man named DHH likes, and he is the guy who made Rails. And I
He's the
think he
king
had
of
a,
beef marketing. I think he's the best beef marketer that I'm aware of, where he'll
I
just
don't
be
know
like,
what that
oh, this is the
means.
word. He'll be like, man, like Apple's treating us poorly, or like, man, VC backed startups suck. And he'll just like whine about something. And then people will be like, oh man, DHH is right. We should use his software.
He is a like. There's a lot of negative things you can say about DHH. There's a lot of negative things. Like I think a bunch of his employees quit because of like some like controversy
Well,
internally.
it's because of that, like, it was because of that, like, Coinbase, when Coinbase was like, hey, we're here to do work, not to like have discussions about politics. And DHH was one of the first people to be like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Anyway,
I'm not here to talk about DHH the man. I have no opinion on DHH the man. I met him at RailsConf once. We argued about security, and that was my only experience with DHH because
sweet.
he was accused. He said that was right when the like Equifax breach happened. He was like, "No, companies need to be held reliable if they get hacked," and it was like, "No, companies should be held reliable if they don't take all necessary precautions to be secure." Like,
Yeah.
if someone gets hit by a
Hold
zero
on.
day,
We got
like
to get back. We got to get back to this
all right,
Hetzner
thank
thing.
you.
It's okay. This
Hetzner.
is this is why I'm here.
So, what do we like about Hetzner? If you want, like, so let's go back to ChatGPT. How much is two? Oh, we can use the voice typing. How much is 2 gigs of RAM and wait, no, 8 gigs of RAM and two virtual CPUs on AWS, GCP, and Azure with let's say like 80 gigs of disk space. So that
Is
was
that your
Super
fancy
Whisper.
button,
Yeah, that's my
Super
fancy button.
Whisper?
Yeah, so we've got Super Whisper, and it's just going to do a little bit of research. And here's like, so if you want, so $76 a month for um, M5 large, two virtual CPUs, 8 gigs of RAM. $76 a month for just compute. 48.54. So if we want that same build out on this Hetzner platform, like we can just go to our dashboard, we can create a new server. Like we want that same resource hosted in Ashburn or Virginia. Like it's gonna cost us a whopping $12.99, which is
Sweet.
like $15 US.
Yeah.
I have an older account, so I still get
Yeah.
the
I was just
European
gonna say. I was
pricing.
like, I when it shows me in actual dollars, not
Yeah,
in
exactly. It
this
shows you in like
fancy
15.
euro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like it's cheap as crap. It's great. We love it. We love it so much because you can just run like you don't have to worry about serverless. You can just have a chunk of compute that you can do with whatever you want. And that's what we've got here. I have my server here that I have named Stanislas. Um, you want to know why I named it Stanislas? That's a great question.
Is it a
So
medieval reference to, like, what
no,
was that word? I already forgot it. What was the word?
crenellation.
Crenellation. I already
Um,
forgot it. It's already
I
out of my context window.
I don't have an answer for you. So
It's okay.
Stanislaus is uh, 80 gigs of disk space, two virtual CPUs, 8 gigs of RAM, and it's just a box. It's a box with compute.
Yeah.
And so that's not super useful. Like I used to gravitate toward like I was a Heroku child, and
Of
then like we
course.
all went to
Render and like, yeah.
render.com and render if they for that same build out that we just quoted, let's see what they would charge you. It's going to be like $200 a month. So if
Yeah.
we go to their like pricing, so
No, it's $0 a month. I'm just kidding.
we are looking at Two CPUs, 4 gigs of RAM, 85 gigs. And that's just for compute. That's not even counting a database.
It's
So
$85 a month. You said
yeah,
85 gigs, but I think you meant
80,
85
85
bucks a
bucks a
month.
month. So
Yeah.
that's why we like Hetzner. If you don't need HIPAA compliance, if you just need a box, you go to Hetzner. It's great. We love Hetzner. And then
Cool.
you get a terabyte of bandwidth. And then you got to pay like
Great.
$1 per terabyte, which isn't so bad because like you just need a
Yeah.
terabyte. So
Yeah.
we've got a cheap server. What do you do with it? Well, you use something that was invented by this little man named DHH called Kamal. So Kamal is basically DHH's version of render.com. So he's basically went on one of his recent little like whiny tirades was, let's stop using platforms as a service and just deploy on bare metal. Um, and we love it. We love it. So what we have set up here, what I've already done is every Rails app comes with a deploy.yaml and a
Can you
secrets
like
file.
command plus somehow? That's yeah. Just
Um,
get rid of your left sidebar. That's better.
um, um, is
That's
it,
good
is this
enough.
better? That's good
This is
enough.
fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would love to just make this bigger.
You can just get rid of your left thing, but I don't
In
know how to do
VS
that.
Code, how do you make the window bigger? Like, I don't want to do a command plus so that the entire everything gets bigger. I just want the text main component to get bigger because I want to keep the
Dude,
sidebar.
Super Whisper is sick. I need to use
Dude,
that.
get Super Whisper. And then what I've done is I use
Like
carabiner
a
elements.
carabiner.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then I just map my
To be
F5
like
key to F20.
trigger
And then,
it.
yeah, and then like because F5 is the dictation button on Mac. And then I have Super Whisper mapped to F20 because the
Sweet.
existing dictation button doesn't work on. I don't want to
Anything.
toggle the sidebar.
Sorry, let's keep going. It's okay, just keep going. It's fine. Size is fine. So we
Okay.
have this thing that has a deploy.yaml or something.
Deploy.yaml and secrets. And again, this is not specific to Ruby on Rails. This is this can be used for anything. DHH actually in his demo, he only demos it with a Go application because he wants
Cool.
people to not think that this is just a tool for Ruby on Rails. But so Rails
Yeah.
comes out of the box support for Kamal because it gives you this, you get a deploy.yaml, you get a Docker file, and you get a secrets file. So
Mhm.
the deploy.yaml basically just defines where so I've named this application that's just like this test application code flambe because our podcast now owns the domain codeflambe.com. I think
What
maybe we
up?
change the name. I'm all about,
We'll
I spend
see.
an inordinate amount of time thinking about naming things because I just love naming things. It's my
Yep.
hobby.
That's why
But now
you're
on
a
your
software
phones.
engineer. There you go.
Where were we? So we've got it hooked up to my Hetzner VM because I just say, hey, here you go. Here is
Go SSH into
the
this and deploy.
basically, yes.
Yeah.
So we have to define the container's image name. We tell it where to host it. It does all of the Let's Encrypt stuff for you. You
Oh, cool.
need
That's really helpful.
a package registry. So I use GitHub Container Registry because I don't now have to pay for Docker. Docker is $5 a month to use their container registry. GitHub gives you one for free.
Cool.
You can give it secret environment variables. You can give it clear text environment variables. You get all of these handy aliases. You can tell it where to put like volumes of static files, where the assets are served from, what kind of device you want it to build with. We're not gonna
Yeah.
have time to get into accessories, but this thing is so cool. Like
It's like you can
this
put like
is
databases and stuff.
yeah, like you could run. So Rails uses SQLite by default, and that's just what I've been using because I like it a lot. Like, so I
Mhm.
haven't been messing with all of having to deal with Postgres because Postgres is just such a pain and a chore. Because again, if you want to host Postgres, well, either you have to go pay someone to do it, or you have to do it
Like
yourself. And if you're doing
neon.
it yourself, that sucks. You can use
Yeah.
Neon. Exactly, Neon seems kind of cool. I don't know, but like now that's just a whole other thing. That's just a
Exactly.
whole separate thing. And like if you don't have to have a thing, you don't need a thing. It's great. So
Yep.
Redis, and then like now it's on a separate server. So now you have to talk to it over through the internet, and that's just like that's a pain. I don't like that. Everything's
Yeah.
on one
So this
server.
is like
Everything's awesome.
local Docker networking. You can talk to stuff on the same server, etc.
No, 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 no.
Hmm.
It's just one box. It's all one Docker image.
Oh,
It's
it's all one
not
Docker
multiple
image.
Docker images talking to each other. It's one Docker image that's just a thing. That's what the
That's cool.
accessories are. The accessories are, okay, if you want like an open source version of Algolia, an open source logging solution. You can host those on separate images, and then it will let you hook up all the
Network or whatever.
variables.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking to my database because my database, well, SQLite isn't a server; it's just software, and then it's a file. It's
Yeah.
a flat file. Anyways, so you have your deploy.yaml, and then you need a way to like say, okay, how do you get your secrets? Where do your secrets live? Because you don't want to commit your .m. So there's this whole
Exactly.
secrets file that is basically just like what my secrets file is.
Like I
I
use
use
one
one
password
password
exactly. That's exactly how I do my secrets today. Is like I have a one password thing for
adapter.
production. I mean, I built it myself because it's me,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, more or less.
So yeah, you could use Kamal secrets fetch adapter one password. So basically, I'm grabbing all of my
Sweet.
secrets and then I'm defining them as environment variables. Um, so that's basically the main. And then you just have a Docker file, which like Docker's a 10-year-old technology at this point. We all know what's going on with Docker. We're not going to get into that. So you have
Yeah.
your Docker file, you have your deploy.yaml, you have your secrets, and then all you have to do. Oh, what did I do?
Now open the debug console. Yep.
And then you do Kamal deploy. It's going to say, hey, I need your one password access. I give it access with my fingerprint. And now it's deploying my web application. So this is just a vanilla Ruby on Rails application. I'm going to go ahead while that deploy is happening, bin dev. So this is just a blank slate. Like if we go over to, here we go. If we go over to this Ruby on Rails, it's just the Rails splash screen.
Yep.
Now if we go to app.codeflambe.com/up, we get the green screen. It's the health check that says, "Yep,
Oh, that's
you're
cool.
good." Yeah,
Is that a Rails thing or that's their thing?
it's a Rails thing.
Oh, cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Good idea,
that's all.
Rails.
That's all Rails is good ideas. Everyone should use Rails
Uh,
for everything because Rails is the best.
okay.
Um, I'm
You're hurting
glad we
my
all
soul a
agree
little,
here.
but that's okay.
I'm glad we all agree here. Rails 8 is just fantastic.
I'm
Like,
sure it is. I used to use Rails like 10 years ago, but I'm all about like building too much stuff now and over engineering. So yeah,
like,
kind of my world. Like I build my own database because I'm ridiculous. So
and I don't have time for that, man. I just
I mean, I
I
did it
just
over
wa-
the last 3 years, so it's like now it's done. But yeah. Anyway,
like
okay. So did you finish your deploy? Your deploy's up.
yeah, the deploy is up, finished. We have the health check, but like the application is empty. So now let's see. Do we want to try to build something working with Kimi? Do we want to try to build something working with
Yeah.
Claude, or do we want to just like play around with Kimi too?
Uh, I don't know. We should try to like do something. Just see if Kimmy can like make a recipe app or something.
Okay. So what I was gonna do is, how about here's my idea. So we're gonna use Kimi 2 hooked up through Grok. Um,
So
and it's
Klein, to
not,
be clear, does Klein have its own system prompts and stuff? Is
I
it
don't
like
know.
opinionated on like how it works? Do you
I
know? You don't know?
imagine because I've tried them all and Klein works the best.
Okay.
Klein works the best and I've tried
I
them
like that it's
all.
open source, and I like that it's like, you know, Klein's open source, right? It's like not a service. It's like a thing you just
Correct.
install.
Let's build a chat. Let's build a chat room application.
Perfect.
Like let's not worry about real-time features just yet. Just the CRUD modeling of chats
Conversations
and
or whatever. Messages.
rooms.
Yeah, perfect.
A chat should have a username linked to it, but we are not dealing with auth just yet. So we'll
Sweet.
fire this prompt off to Kimmy 2, and it's not super fast. Like, I think that there's a world where this could be much faster, and we're in plan mode because Klein had plan mode before. Oh, interesting. So maybe Grok is unreliable. I don't know. Like,
That's
so
fine.
based
Who
on your
cares?
requirements,
Claude's unreliable right now, so who cares?
here's my plan for building. Like, a room has a name, a description, a created at. Chats have content, username of the sender, no auth yet, room ID, and then we're gonna generate the models, see the associations.
Can you edit that text, or does it just like it's just like frozen?
No, you could talk to it. You could say like, let's
But like you'd
say,
be like, let's update the implementation plan to blah blah blah, whatever.
yeah, exactly. You could, and
Yeah,
you can use your voice for that. Like, but this seems like a pretty good,
yeah, it's
uh,
fine.
yeah,
Hit
okay.
it.
And so tell me more about how the username thing will work. Where it, like, I don't think we should persist that just yet for simplicity.
Sweet.
So I'm curious how it's going to approach this. It's probably going to use like session storage. Like,
Yeah.
so it's going to say, like, um, what happened?
Did it do nothing?
Oh
Your
yeah, it looks
text is
like I
still
got,
there.
yeah, how you would using it, how this username thing would work. So
That's like
server-based
crazy fast
username.
response
When a
though.
user first, exactly. So this is the future I glimpsed into. Like, I think the next step is like, how do you do file edits quicker? Um,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. So we're not, no, store it in the database. That was right. But I'm more curious about like how the user is going to enter that. Like when I enter the form, how is that username going to persist between sending chat messages?
Dude, I gotta get Super Whisper.
You got to get Super Whisper and Klein and Ruby on Rails.
I don't know if I'm gonna
Um,
decline. Just because I have such a flow going right now with Claude that it's hard for me to be
yeah.
like I don't have any downsides to Claude, so it's hard
Yeah,
for me to like want to switch yet.
yeah, exactly. So the username is going to get stored in the session. That makes sense to me. Like, sounds great. So now we can get started. It's going to start running some shell commands, and we can watch it in real time because our application is running.
Does Klein have a terminal version or is it just a sidebar thing?
That's a great question. It is an active development. If you head over to the Klein Discord and you check out the Klein core channel, like they're in the process of building it as we speak.
Because I literally never use VS Code now. I only use like a Markdown editor, and then I use VS Code to search stuff, but I don't like ever type anything with my lovely uh, artisan fingernails. So most people don't use fingernails to type. I guess they use fingers, but you
That's a
know.
good point. All right, so we've got rooms and we've got chats. They're now tables in our database, but we don't have any. So now we're creating the controller. And so if we go to schema, we can see that, yep, we've got our two tables. And again, like
Alrighty.
we're
So what's the
like this is a,
so the? Sorry, go ahead.
oh, we're using Claude Code because I've got separate
Oh,
plan and act models. Whoops. I'm not going to stop
that's
it
all right.
now because
It's fine.
um, Kimmy did that planning
Wait,
pretty decently.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like it seems like that there was is how much does that cost? Is it like oh you're using Grok? You're using Grok as the intermediary, so you're just paying Grok whatever.
Yeah, it was like nothing. It was probably like
Yeah,
10 cents. Like because
cool.
Kimmy 2 is open source, like they have pretty low pricing. So while this is running, we could just go check what the Kimmy 2 pricing is. So a dollar per input, $3 per output. So I think Sonnet is $3 per input, 15 per output. So
Yeah,
like it's cheaper. It's much cheaper.
wicked cheap, wicked cheap.
If it's wicked cheap and faster, like Bub's your uncle, you know?
I just use I just use Cloud Code Max, and I like the Super Max, like the $200 one, and I still hit limits sometimes. And I know that if I actually paid per request or per like token, I would be like it'd be like $10,000 a week or something crazy.
Like I can see a world where like it's how efficiently you use tokens is going like I always thought
Yeah,
that I always thought that like code golf and like technical interviews for like pointy hair bosses, SaaS companies, like the big cap companies was kind of
mm-hmm.
dumb. Like I think that that's not really a measure of how good of an engineer you are because how often do you have to like have those
Invert a binary
constraints?
tree. Yeah,
And yeah,
exactly.
how many times do you have to invert a binary tree? Never,
Never.
never. Like I could see myself getting really into like okay, you have $1 to build this application. I would enter that. We should host that competition because I would love that. Like I think that would be a really good measure of an engineer.
That's pretty
Um,
fun. That's a good idea. We should totally
yeah,
do a like. We'll give you $1 in Open Router credits, and you can pick whatever model you want. Like, good luck.
exactly. Like because you could have different like heavyweight, lightweight. Like you could do a one hundred
Yeah,
dollar, you could do a $10 and a $1. Like I would love to see like build the most complex application you can with $1 in credits. And so then you
build a
have to use
game
like
with
Kimmy too.
$1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
AI game jam. I love it.
Yes.
Um, okay,
AI Game Jam Fight Club.
so I'm gonna stop my so without even restarting my server, let's just see what the application looks like right now. If I just refresh my page. Okay, so we've got chat rooms. Let's create our first room. First room. This is a just let's say like names for podcast. We should use code flambe. Okay. My name is Andrew.
Or you can
Join
send me a
room.
link so I can join. Oh, this is localhost. Never mind.
This is still localhost. We'll deploy it here in a second. So I can't figure out how to like say something. So this could be a bug. We might have to ask it about that because no message yet.
Ooh.
Be the first to say something.
I would love to be the first to say something, but I'm incapable
Okay.
of doing so.
It's
Is it
giving
still
me,
going?
yeah, it's still going. It's trying to generate like
Oh,
seeded data. Like, hey, so I was able to create a room and that works just fine. Could you update it so I can actually send a message? I think that there might be a bug on the screen when there is no messages in the chat yet. And so, yeah,
wow.
this is also
Super
costing me
Whisper.
nothing because
Man, Super Whisper is like totally calling my name.
he's a YC guy. Like, what? It's not a
Is
YC
it?
company, but the founder was YC.
Yeah.
And so
That's cool.
I have Claude code hooked up to my Claude Max plan, so that's why it's not costing any money.
Oh, that's good.
Um, so it's checking out to see what the issue is. The message form only shows. So it's figuring it out. It can tell that there's a problem.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so I think like in a nutshell, you're Kamal. So you're able to do like you're able to do I mean, because you have control over the whole stack, right? Like you can actually use Claude to set up deployment in a way where you never have to go to UI or client or whatever. But like you can actually just have declarative sort of non Terraform required like infra, right? So you the accessories let you so with your setup, you have one server that runs like a whole bunch of stuff,
Yes.
and like their client apps are like how big are the apps?
What do you mean?
Like how big? Like how much traffic do they get?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I've only been like the only vibe coded, if you want to call it vibe coded content engineering, the only AI native apps I have in production do not have that much traffic yet because the whole era of vibe coding started in February.
Exactly, the real era of vibe
But
coding.
I've been deployed like they're just Rails apps, and I have Rails apps with pretty significant traffic at various startups.
But on
Um,
Hetzner or on like other stuff.
no, that's another good point on render. So like, because it seems because I started getting into Rails 8 like in January, and
Hmm.
then so basically AI native Hetzner is all kind of so no, I don't really have many like big like workflows on
What's the biggest
Hetzner.
traffic thing you have on render?
What's the biggest traffic? I don't think I can. I don't
You don't have to
know.
disclose like specifics. Just like is it like
Test join
orders
the
of
room.
magnitude?
Okay, like hello. Okay, so we
So we have
have a
our bot.
yeah, we have our bot. Um, but like define big. So
Like what's how many requests per minute or whatever? Do you have anything that's like that where you'd measure it on
I have
that?
no idea. Like it,
Yeah.
I don't because
I
like
think the
again
only thing
like
that freaks me out about Hetzner is like, with Google Cloud, yes, it's totally expensive and totally annoying, and I hate that. But I wonder, like, for Bolt Foundry, like, am I am I setting myself up? I mean, the nice thing about Kamal, right, is that it's just Docker. So you can just be like, okay, now I'm on EC2 or whatever, or now I'm on Google Cloud,
Yeah.
whatever their
What
like thing
what is
is.
more likely? Your startup is never going to get off the ground because you can't move fast enough, or you're going to be unable, like once you hit scale, it's going to be impossible to scale, so you're screwed.
Oh,
I
for
think,
sure. No, no. I mean, like I host on Replit right now, right? Like I don't
yeah.
care. Like the only reason why I'm sort of annoyed at Replit is because it's not it's not set up for like using non-Replit stuff when it comes to like I want to have auto
Mm.
deploys, for instance, and I want the auto deploys to trigger from GitHub. Um, and like that's not really a thing they're set up to do, so I'd have to do a bunch of hacking, and that's the only reason why I'm thinking about doing something else. But I think that like Hetzner for me, like I do think that will be. It does seem like a pretty good middle ground. So you
I
got
like it.
what you got now? You're
So we
fixing up.
deployed, but I forgot to commit my code. So nothing actually got deployed. So I was
Classic.
like, classic, exactly. Because basically, Kamal is built on top of like Git, and like it's a very Git native workflow if you want to think about
That
it. And
scares
so,
me.
oh yeah, because you
I think
like the other
because I like
thing.
sapling, but I think I
Yeah,
would just end up doing like I think I would just do all the deploy stuff on GitHub Actions. So like
yeah.
I think it would just run over there anyway. I'm not going to be like running it locally probably. So
And like I think the thing that I would encourage everyone to like get rid of opinions. Just let DHH form all of the opinions for you, except about politics. Keep those opinions. But like, just take whatever DHH gives you and then run with it. And then when you realize,
I
oh,
like it.
DHH is crazy because he doesn't use React, we need React, figure out how to make that happen. But like, just try to do things the Rails way as much as possible. And then like, you can move really fast. And then people will pay you money to do work for them. And then everyone's happy because the client is like, oh my gosh, how are you getting so much work done in
Well,
such little time? And then you're
that's what
happy
Rails is
because,
built for, right? Like
yeah,
37 signals before it was actually called Basecamp was like a dev shop, right? Like they were
hmm
building tons of stuff. And like I just don't do that, right? Like I build my own stuff that's aiming to be like completely world altering. And so as a result, like I don't find the like I don't know, like I don't know if we talked about this. Did we talk about this? How like the era of tear down versus build up is like extremely different now. So like it used to be that like I would always lean towards Rails like a while ago because it was really easy for me to just use, and then anything I didn't like about it I would tear down and it would be fine. But because of vibe coding, it's actually easier to build up. It's actually easier to like start from sort of the like um the base level or whatever you want to say. Like I don't. I mean, I already have my own framework that's sort of like it's like Rails inspired because again, I'm me and I'm like a psycho, but like it's so easy for me. It fits me like a glove. It's like a sort of thing where like I intend for it to be a framework. I intend for it to like I don't know do crazy stuff. So all right,
um,
so we got our
so
chat room. I'm gonna join it
uh,
right now.
I'm
Wait,
in the
which one
general
should I
discussion.
join?
I'm in
You're in
general
general
discussion.
discussion. Okay. Username Randall
So
B.
the 2 points on, oh, I'll just send like, no, no, no. Let's make a new. I'm gonna make a new room called uh, "Is Rails Good?"
Perfect.
Yes. So now I'm in the Israel's good room. Come here, and
Hey,
I'm gonna send my thoughts. So I hear you that it is easier to build up than it is to tear down. I would say it is much easier to like start with a solid foundation. Think of this like building a house. You don't want to build on sand. You don't want to have to go like buy limestone, grind it up, and then mix the concrete. You want to buy the concrete. Furthermore, you just want to build on top of a concrete slab. So if you could just have someone build a concrete slab for you, because who's going to be better at building the concrete slab, Randall? You over the course of 3 real years building your Rails inspired framework, or uh, like thousands of devs who have spent millions of hours battle testing Ruby on Rails that have already encountered every problem under the sun that you basically get for free. Which is going to be more
it's
bang for your
me.
buck?
Me still. It's still me. Because like I know what I'm doing, and like I'm not. I have very low opinions of a lot of developers, so it's
Yeah, me
always going to
too.
be me. Like
Like I
I just
have,
can't.
I think you're right. I have, so, ooh, let me send another message. I have low opinions of like like a singular random developer, I probably have a low opinion of them. But like the entire Rails community as a whole, like I have a very high opinion. That's not to say that every Rails developer you'll ever meet is like good. I've met one like I thought that if you built with Rails, it was impossible to do it wrong. That's not true. I once worked with a guy. I was
Dude,
like,
I've
oh, this guy
seen
has
all
no
that.
idea what's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So my best friend Paulie, when we were on Rails, Paulie is my co-founder
Wally.
in Depresso. Yeah, he's from Finland, and he he's like a C developer. Like he's like a super like he just like video. I mean, that's why we were working together. He was like doing video stuff, like video frame level, bit level stuff. And I tried to get him to use Rails, and he was like the analogy that he used is like, it's like in order to use Rails, it's like having a tour guide who doesn't tell you anything but expects you to know everything. And then there's some magical thing where you have to put colon Queetspa, and then that will transport you to the moon. And if you don't know that, you'll never make it to the moon, basically.
But you know who knows all of
So,
the magic incantations?
uh, Rails developers,
No. Well, yes, but the models.
the models do, yes. But this is
Exactly.
another thing where like I hate using like I don't use Node.js because I think it's terrible, and like I use Dino, and so I have to like help Claude know what Dino is a little bit. But the
And
funny thing is, I
why
feel
do you
like
want to
I'm
waste your time
opting out,
doing that?
but I'm opting out of so much shitty code, right? Like that's the thing is like I'm opting out of like the P50 of humanity into like the P90. And so even if I have to like help Claude do it a little bit, Claude exponentially figures it out. So like after a few times of doing something, like I use Isograph, which no one uses on the planet of Earth. Like I'm like might be the only Isograph user. And like it's the right developer experience, which means that actually now my LLM gets it right every single time, even though it's a completely foreign, barely in the training set thing, right? I really don't think that like the amount of information that's in the internal knowledge of an LLM, I would argue is actually like not only irrelevant, it actually can be against your favor, right? Like if you have a whole bunch of people who just read Stack Overflow, like Stack Overflow questions are mostly wrong. I mean, if they're not wrong, they're mostly like not quite good, right? And so as a result, like the P50 of the average developer, which is essentially what you can expect like an LLM to represent, is going to be like kind of weak. Like it's not going to be that good. And so I'd rather just help my model get a little bit aligned with what I'm doing so that over the long term I have exponential gains versus like because I'm not if I was doing client work, totally right. If I was doing client work where it's like, okay, I have to spin up an app in like a day, I would use Rails in a heartbeat. But like I'm trying to build something that like lasts forever. Like literally that's what I want to build. And so for me, like I would rather like I'd rather spend a little bit of time on tooling to make the tooling work the way I want versus like get all this like you know mediocre stuff for free. So
Is code an asset or a liability?
it's but like I think it's a liability, but I think that like the stuff that's assets is the docs that I write. And so if I can write good docs and have the docs be the source of truth, then the code is like almost irrelevant. So anyway, let's see where we got now. Honestly, like this feels like a good place to just leave it. Let's like leave it here.
Right on.
Andrew, thank you for setting all this up. Thanks for running episode 2. It's been really fun. Is the corn hat going to be your thing going forward?
Is the what?
Is the
Oh yeah,
corn
I love
hat
this hat so much.
okay? So I don't know if I'm going to wear a hat every week, but I might, and I will cycle through hats, and you'll be the corn wearing hat.
I just don't want to have like sometimes my hair doesn't look good, so
Oh,
I
my
just put on the
hair
hat.
is atrocious. Like I've been so deep in coding over the last like month or whatever that like I haven't gone to the barber shop. My hair's just like a total mess. So anyway,
The, I bought this hat from it's called Shucked the musical. It's a musical about corn.
I love it. It's
Me too.
I think that more musicals should be made about starchy vegetables. So
It's a fine
potato,
musical. It's
the
not
musical.
it's
Just
it's
kidding.
not like anything groundbreaking, but I'm from Indiana and I was like I want to see this musical. And then they had a hat,
Represent.
and then I bought the hat, and now I have the
There
hat.
you go. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you made it to the end, go to my Twitter, find my WhatsApp, and send me a message, and I'll send you $10. That's not a joke. I will do that if you made it to the end of this show. But it has to be before the end of August 2025. So if you made it to the end of the
Um,
show, I will send you $10. Good luck.
I put note every time I write, like I have to do some sort of kludgy like hack in like client work. Like I always
Mm-hmm.
add a comment, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is why I did this. Like, this was the best effort. The first person who sends a Venmo request to Andrew-Denta uh, with this
I'll hook
ID,
you up.
like, I will give you $10. Like, I do that. Like, no one's ever
Yeah,
taken me
I
up on
totally
it.
feel you.
So it's like
One
these weird
day,
hacks. These weird
one
hacks have
day.
never actually mattered. So it's good.
Yep.
No, like because that means that like I did the right thing and like I didn't add technical debt to a product. So yeah.
Sweet.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I'm
Like and
going to pay my
subscribe.
viewers. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.